game. But here we are on Neo Planet S now. I like this map. Not against Protoss, obviously, but TVT is actually kind of fun. It makes for some interesting strategies. And up here...
Yeah, a much closer map.
Well, anyway, I lost my
I'm sorry about that.
No, it's all good, man. I always lose my train of thought. Anyway, up top here, in the top right, the Blue Terran winning that first game through excellent strategy, 5 bases, and some brilliantly timed upgrades. It is Kushbud. I'm sure it's pronounced Kushbud, but I like Kushbud. And down here in the bottom left, down 1-0. He needs to take 2 games or he is done here today. It is Atlas. Pyro always does those much better than I do. Alright, so I don't know what your experience with Terran here is, Fritz, but any ideas? Any thoughts?
I mean, we saw a fairly standard opener for both of them. One with a Reaper. I think just one Reaper for the scouting, and I think we're going to see some more fairly standard play. I don't know if we should expect to see any sort of all-ins here. They both seem like fairly solid macro players, and it just came down to a few engagements and the upgrades being off for Atlas there.
Yeah, I mean, if Atlas can just stay even on upgrades, I think he's in very good position. His play was actually very, very good, all things considered. But
yeah, absolutely.
Atlas actually going to go for the gas here before Kushbud. Kushbud delaying the gas for the time being. And Atlas is going to know all about that. This is kind of where TVT is nowadays. It's kind of essentially what ZVZ was back in Wings of Liberty. You just knew, okay, they're gonna go Zerglings, then they're gonna go Banelings, then they're gonna go, well, whatever the hell they went.
Yeah. Oh man, he pulled all of his SCVs just to deny scouting. I don't know if that was a smart move. Lost a lot of mineral time there.
I find that sometimes can be advantageous, depending. Very sometimes. Know that all you bronze players out there, that is not a carte blanche reason for you to go out there and deny scouting with all your SCVs. If you do, I will hunt you down and I will find you. But anyway, Kushbud actually kind of makes a little bit of sense, because Kushbud going for the early expand here, and if Atlas was going for any kind of like aggressive play, he might want to punish that. I think the biggest problem with Atlas last game was he didn't punish that quick third, because he was in a position to do so, and he just let it go. I mean, maybe he thought it was the natural, maybe he got confused, but I mean, I think that was just the point where the tone was set. Let's see, Atlas.
I feel like this is a good time. To mention our sponsor, GG Tracker. It's definitely a good time to bring that up.
Thank you.
Why don't you tell
Fritz.
us a little bit about them?
I wish you hadn't asked me, because usually it's Pyro who does these things. But, and you wonder why I keep them around, people. But anyway, GG Tracker, it's a very fun tool. It'll track your spending skill, a bunch of other fun stats that will tell you, like, okay, this is what you need to improve, that's what you need. It's basically a mechanical coach that tells you what your weak points are and your strong points are. And you can actually work based on that, improve said pieces, come out and become a better player, and you don't have to deal with the awkward social things that coaching requires. I'm not saying coaching is bad or that you don't need it if you get GG Tracker. I'm just saying, if you don't like dealing with people, GG Tracker, always a good alternative.
And also a useful tool even if you do like to deal with people, because it's got all sorts of excellent information, and it can kind of show you where you messed up, and it's just great for while you're reviewing your replays to also take a look at GG Tracker.
Yep. Speaking of GG Tracker, Atlas going for Cloak Banshees here. This is going to be a real interesting setup here, and a Tech Lab on that factory. I think he's just going to go for a 1-1-1 Cloak Banshee timing here.
Yeah, I definitely feel like that is definitely going to be the case.
I don't get this Tech Lab on this barracks, actually. That's what's throwing me for a loop here.
I'm a little confused as well, especially since he's producing Marines out of it, and he is supply blocked right now too.
Yeah, that's always a pain in the ass. You go for a big timing attack, and then you get supply block. That's never a fun experience. He's got Kushbud actually has the engineering bay. He's got a turret in the mineral line. I don't know how much. Actually, he canceled cloak. Okay, so he saw the turret. He saw the engineering bay. He's just gonna go for the regular banshees. Good call there.
Yeah, definitely a good scout, a good pickup, and he's he's continuing to produce banshees here. He's not going to just produce the one. He's going to pick up a few. I wonder if he's going to try and do damage, or is he just going to use these just for the engage? Because it looks like it's already fairly well defended with those missile turrets and everything.
Yeah, I think he's just going to try and yeah, with no expansion at the 750 mark, I think he's just going to go for the 1-1 timing push. Getting a little
Definitely
delayed.
feels like an all-in.
Yeah, this is pretty much an all-in here from Atlas. He wants to, if not win the game, at least take out a large portion of SCVs and that natural. That natural is going to be essentially the sticking point of this whole thing.
Yeah, if he can take that out, or if he can, kind of camp out there for a little bit and deny it while he gets his natural up and going, then it'll work for him. Or if he could kill just a ton of SCVs. But other than that, that's the the problem with all-ins. Yeah. You've got to do damage.
Yeah, a combat shield push.
Okay,
so this is going to be a 1-1-1 combat shield push. I like this, and Kushbud's going to know this. He's like, "Hello, I am a Marine." But Kushbud actually
he sees it coming.
I don't know about that tank. He's got banshees. If he can pick away at the tanks pretty easily. Kushbud actually going to get a Widow Mine. That is a good choice right there. And he's got a Viking, so Atlas is going to need to make something happen here. I don't know how well this is going to work.
If it had hit just a little bit earlier before that Viking came, you could have taken that tank out on the high ground and done the damage. But now I feel like he's.
Yeah, the supply block.
That's a good positioning on the tank.
No, that's
tank.
not a good. That's not a good position on that tank.
There.
He needs to get that banshee.
The second one though.
Oop. Oh, the tank's still alive. All right, so
still doing damage with those banshees. So he's doing some damage here, but he really needs to stop that the natural from mining. That's what he really needs to do.
Well, he's got the orbital is within tank range, and the Viking actually fighting the other Viking, just not enough. He needs to take that Viking out. He takes a tank out. If he can take the other tank out before the banshee dies.
No, I don't think there's just too many Vikings here, and he's. Oh,
too many Vikings.
I think that's going to effectively put this push to the end.
Yeah, he's expanding off of this, so he's trying to transition out of it. He's got a soft contain here, very soft contain, provided he doesn't throw his Marines into the line of tanks.
Yeah, I feel like he does have a soft contain here. If maybe he double expanded off this, but I don't know. It feels like I definitely feel like Kush is going to have a big enough army that he's going to be able to push out here pretty soon.
Going for double Hellions, Vikings, siege tanks. Atlas cannot hold this position in about. He's going to hold this position for about 45 seconds, and then he's either going to have to leave or he's going to have to pray that these 3 tanks and handful of Marines can stop Kushbud moving out.
And I think I'm definitely going to put Kushbud up in this, because all he has to do is pull a few SCVs to repair his command center, and that tank is just not going to do enough damage to take it out.
Yeah,
I mean that's
just
the nature of an all-in.
If Kushbud doesn't pay attention and somehow lets a medevac spot and this tank wail away at his command center, then yeah, maybe. But Kushbud on 3 command center. He's getting 3 more factories, going to go up to 5 factories. He's getting an armory, getting a double armory. And yeah, he's just going to move out and try and crush this.
And I feel like he's going to crush it.
Yeah, I mean, lol. Lol from Kushbud.
Yeah, that's definitely the thing. There goes the medevac.
Yeah.
Chance for drops, any chance for escapes. And these Hellions are just going to chase this down.
Yeah, I mean,
and I think the damage is done here, because that lack of damage on that all-in, and I would definitely call it an all-in. It set him way behind. And what's the army supply right now?
Pitiful.
That's going to tell the tale. Yeah.
16 to 46. Kushbud could push now and probably win.
He's pulled all of his probes off the line here. It looks like he's getting ready to try and defend, but
no, he's going for a third.
No, what I'm saying.
Oh, you're
is
talking about
have
Atlas, yes.
everything pulled off the line. Kush, on the other hand, he's doing the smart. He knows he doesn't have to go all in himself. He doesn't even have to attack. He can just sit back and expand, and he's already ahead.
Yeah, no, I saw Kushbud's SCVs going. I'm like, wait a minute, what? But yeah, I mean, I don't see how Kushbud can lose this short of a heart attack at his keyboard.
Yeah, that's about it.
Which, if I'm Atlas,
course-
I'm hoping for.
Of course, with Bio, you always do have that potential for drops, which we're going to see here because he's loading up that medevac. However, I don't know. I don't see it doing enough damage. There's missile turrets, and I know that's not going to take it out, but I feel like just a slight smart positioning on a few of these tanks is going to absolutely deny all that drop play. But we'll see because he's headed out here.
Yeah, maybe a double drop. Atlas actually having this medevac trying to go all the way into the main. I don't know how effective that's going to be, especially since its endpoint is right on top of a missile turret.
Yeah, no doubt. I also feel like it's a mistake continuing with that
Atlas going for
with that tech lab
Ghost.
on the starport.
What?
Is
Atlas going
Really?
for Ghost Academy. Okay. Nukes anybody?
That's something you don't see very often in TVT.
Not generally, no. And 2, 3 Marines are going to get out of here. Somehow I lost sound. Oh, no, I just see Control S for some reason. He's going to take out a couple SCVs, actually. Going to get 0 to 6. Is he going to get a 7th? No. No, maybe. Oh, no. Nope.
Did
Right.
damage, but I still feel it's just not enough.
Not even
you know?
close to enough. Kushbud's up 70 supply and on 3 bases, fully
Oh
saturated.
my, a nuke.
A
Oh
nuke
my.
could turn this game around. I mean, if he gets a ghost, if he gets a ghost like right here at the top corner of the third, and Kushbud just like doesn't notice it, and he drops a nuke on 30 SCVs, then yes, this game could equalize very quickly.
Yes, absolutely. One ghost, one nuke, it could change everything.
They don't usually, but they could. This is definitely a desperation move. He's going for the third command center, but he's not going to be able to do much with it. I mean, he's got 3 tanks sieged up. Yeah, 3 tanks against 10 tanks, 13 Hellbats, 17 Vikings, and a Thor. Atlas doesn't even have Vikings.
That's what it's coming down to. And supply wise, you have Kush maxed out. He's about to start pushing.
Yeah, he's
so I
moving.
feel even if that ghost managed to take out all the SCVs at the third,
He would have to land the nuke on the army
on the
while
army,
he was
yeah,
pushing.
he would have to land it on the army. That's the only way, I think.
If Atlas
'Cause
lands a Hail Mary nuke on this army and somehow wins this game, I am going to lose my freaking mind.
Yeah, I'm gonna go crazy.
I will
'Cause
make
it's
I will make MVP versus Squirtle look like a fucking cakewalk.
Yeah. I mean, the longer he delays here, though, the more his opponent's going to catch up. So I don't know why he's delaying here. Why Kush is delaying this attack? He should just push in. I feel like
Well,
if
Atlas
you've got
is,
200, and you've got a 2,000 bank, I mean, it's time to go.
well, Atlas is playing catch up here, so I mean, Kushbud knows that he's safely in the lead, and he's going to be for a while. What he could be doing is he could just simply be building up his bank, so that way he could just throw this army at the gates, and if by some miracle Atlas holds it, then he'll have another army like 2 minutes later, maxed out.
Here comes the engagement.
Oh, this is going to be good. He needs the cloak. He's going to drop the nuke, I think. Where is he going to drop it? He drops the nuke. It's on the army.
Oh, here
the
it
tanks
comes.
are sieging up.
Oh,
Could we be
Oh.
could something happen here? There's a nuke.
Oh.
He doesn't scan.
Here it comes. Those tanks are about to go down.
Boom! So much death, but
Wow.
not enough. Not
I
enough.
still don't feel like it's enough. Yeah, it just wasn't enough of the army. But
No.
that was quite a deal.
If Atlas had maybe DM ban him. No.
Don't ban
Just
somebody
no.
for trying to win. Yeah.
Just no. If
Now,
Atlas had
we
maybe
have Vikings in the main, it's over.
if Atlas had maybe 30 more supply when that attack had come, maybe if he had pulled back and held a line, Calls
there's
for the
the
ban
GG.
and the GG.
Ban and GG.
Ban and GG. I can dig that.